Very nice. Nicely done. Let's have a hand for Gutter on that one. The Boys of Summer. Absolutely. Don Henley. Very nice.
He does rock.
Yeah, man.
Or did.
Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday night, December 6th, 2022. This is the Yank-N-Gutter Pub show. Official. So I would like to welcome you all here. Thanks for coming. How are you, gorgeous?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Gorgeous.
You're looking good, isn't she? She always looks good, man. And her future's so bright, she got to wear shades, people. Shades. Yes. Yeah, because, we are just the cool people. And
That's right.
I'm glad we're doing the music thing. And Fly Crew wrote in real quick that we're copying Rick. I don't know if we're copying Rick. We're kind of doing our own thing. You know what I mean? Like, the thing with the music, I always want to have music going in the background, Gutter. I like music. You like music. And it's hard to cut the music out if it's in the middle of the show. So at the beginning, you can just run forward and snip it out if they give us a hard time. So that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it, guys. Little housekeeping here. Bobby, no, I'm sorry. Fly Crew got the booby prize tonight because I was the first one to put the booby prize up there in the comment. And he gets a brand new set of boobs. So he should be excited about that.
Who got him, Bobby?
No, Fly Crew.
Fly Crew got boobs.
He's got great boobs. Yes, he showed them to me.
Show them to me.
Show
right
them
now,
to me.
Fly. Yeah, that's right.
Then we got Mishka Bear. Hey, peeps, what's going on? Good to see you, Mishka. We got Lee Sugar Britches in the house. We got Sherry from Canada in the house. We got Ann Howcroft. We got Wasp Bitch. We got Kia. We got Justine. Who else we got in here? We got all kinds of people here.
We got Shedder.
Cheddar? Is that like cheddar?
Cheddar. Look.
Cheddar.
Look.
Yep. Oh.
Boy,
very nice.
Really delayed.
Oh no, guys, we still working on our whole internet thing.
But
you want one new what?
Tracy said she wants new boobs. But if we do new boobs, then everything else is going to look really funky. I mean, straight up. It just ain't going to match.
I've seen some pushing 80-year-old women at the doctor's office or here or there, because I live in Florida, so they're all over the place. And you can always see the ones with the fake boobs. You could tell they're wearing Depends under their yoga pants, but they got nice boobs.
Okay, I'm probably gonna draw a line at there. No yoga once I'm in the Depends.
Yeah, I know it, right? So how's everybody doing?
Hal said he hates plastic tits. You know what? I know somebody else that did, and he said because you couldn't touch them, she bitched and complained, and all they were was to sit there and look at. And he said when you felt them, they didn't even feel real, and so he just, he said he didn't. Sometimes I thought he said it's because he's lying to me. Like,
I think he was.
Oh, honey, yours are the best. I mean, he doesn't say that, but you know what I mean.
I do.
I have had. He thinks for me, but
I've had the good fortune of in a past life being a bodyguard for exotic dancers that do house calls and parties, and I have seen my share of fake boobs. Some look really good. Some move really well. It depends on what they are. The salines tend to move a little better and jiggle a little more realistically, but they tend to have ripples in the middle of their chests or around the edge of the implant if it's not done correctly. And the saline ones, they look nice. They look great in clothes. The only thing is like with any of them, and I saw this. I was around in the business long enough to see this. Was the women had to get them replaced every 10 years or so. So when they start to get contracture, capsulation, and you wind up hacking your boobs up. I mean, you really do. They wind up with tons of scars underneath or around the nipple, or sometimes they even if they go breast implants big and then want to downsize them, they have to get the reduction, so they have like an anchor. It looks like an anchor. It's underneath the breast, comes up, and it goes around the nipple. So it literally looks like an anchor from Popeye cartoon. It's terrible. Don't do it, ladies. But I will say one thing: they do look pretty good when they're done well. And I get, you kind of gotta have some boobs before you get them, or women tend to get them. Women who don't have the boobs to begin with tend to get them too big. That's when you get the basketball looking and they're hard as rock kind of thing. You even just get a little plumpage, that would be fine. I saw a thing now that they are doing. It costs about $4,500, right? Which is pretty damn expensive, and it only lasts 24 hours. But they fill your boobs up with saline water. They fill your actual boob up with the saline, and it lasts about 24 hours. So you'll see a lot of the like red carpet people in Hollywood, the women, and their boobs are all boom. That's what they do. They go to the plastic surgeon and he sticks two little fucking things in there and fills up their milk ducts with saline. Yeah, and your body just absorbs it in 24 hours and you pee it out. But yeah, that's what they do. Pretty crazy, right?
No. You know what? I'm pretty sure fake tits would not have changed my life I just don't think it.
No.
I don't think it would have.
No.
And I always had itty bitty boobs. Itty bitty boobs.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's all a mindset too. Like I know a lot of women who get their boobs, and you said whoever you were talking to or they were talking about, don't touch them, they're for looking. I don't know a woman who has gotten fake boobs that is not like, go ahead and touch them. Every woman wants to touch them. Every guy wants to touch, and they're fine. Touch them. Well, go ahead, touch them.
I had one friend, I'll never forget it. It was actually, this is really bad, but we were at a friend's funeral, and it was the first time that I'd seen her. Man, I hope she's not on here. Anyways, I was like, I want to feel those. I mean, I was very close with her. I mean, not that kind of close, but anyways, I was like, I want to feel those. And of course she let me, but I was like, well, let Marvin, because I think if you let him feel yours and he sees that it don't hurt you and that they look real and all of this, and then maybe he'll let me get him. She's like, fuck off. I'm not letting you. No. She
really?
Yeah, she wouldn't let her do
it. Wow. I mean, that's not but
well, let me put it this way. It would have been like saying, yeah, my little sister's husband can feel my tits. That's what it would have been for her. Like, so she was like, yeah, no.
I gotcha.
Marvin is not feeling my
I gotcha.
tits. Not in this lifetime. Well, I'm alive.
I don't get, this is what the thing, I can understand the boob job, I don't know, cult, whatever you want to call it. I get that. What I don't get is the ass implant thing. I don't get this big ass stuff. I don't mind a girl that's a little thick. Right? That I like a girl with curves. That's all cool. But when I can literally see her ass from the front, and what I mean by that is I can see her hips, but then right behind her hips there's this whoop, and right in, if you look between her legs in her gap, because they usually have a gap, you can see the underside of the cheeks through the gap. That's wrong. I'm sorry. That does not look good. It looks like a diaper. And I don't like that. And I don't understand why women are looking to look like that. It's gross. And how do they wipe it? How do they wipe it? I mean, it's like trying to
Dude,
reach around
right, that's
a
like
beach
asking
ball.
them how they wipe their ass when they've got fingernails that are this long. How you do that? No, I'm
Bidets.
not taking that piece of candy that you have in your hand and you're trying to hand to me and eat. I'm not. No. 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 I mean,
I hear you.
I used to have nails but my own nails. And but I still didn't wear them super, super long. And yeah, I could still wipe my own ass without
Yep.
without the nails getting involved. But when they have those long, no, no. And I'll tell you the worst ones for me to see doing it that have nails are waitresses.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you're gonna freak me out now every time I go out to eat. Now I'm gonna be looking at her fingers.
And you're
I
gonna
should
see,
wipe
yeah,
her
she's
ass with
got
those
these
things.
long fucking nails, and she's like,
Yeah.
"There's your food." Yeah,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Did you really? How well did you scrub?
Mm.
And what touched your ass?
Oh.
Ah,
Blah.
no, see, that's why I don't like to go out and eat. I'm
Yeah.
terrible.
Flat-chested female says she doesn't miss her boobs, not at all. No bras ever again. Yay. That's cool.
Flat-chested female, you must have been well endowed, I'll bet, to begin with, too.
Yeah.
Before you lost them.
I'm kind of wondering. Yeah. Now you got me wondering.
Because I have a cousin who said, well, I have a cousin and a niece, and they both said, yeah, they could take the rest of them really if they wanted. And they were plumb fine with the boob reduction that they got.
Oh, they got right reductions, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you see their scars?
I did.
Pretty wicked, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. But I suppose if it does improve your quality of life, what the hell's a scar, right? You know, because like women with really large breasts, I guess they get, neck pain, back pain, the whole 9 yards. So I guess if it improves.
And the doctors that they had, they did, try to keep in mind of the scar situation. They did try to keep things kind of hidden, put things to the side, on the around the nipple. Of course, they look worse when they were first done, and then and I believe that the niece who had them done years later, hers I think was probably done a little better just because they knew a little more and how to hide stuff, and so
Gotcha. Yep. I want to know what Sherry from Canada. She says, me too. I've touched many fake boobs. What do you do for work, Sherry?
he's an accountant.
And why are you touching fake boobs?
I think
just
she's
curious.
an accountant assistant or something.
Yes. Okay.
I think. I could be wrong, Sherry. Sorry, I'm totally talking. Here, let me just
talking
show
out
you
your ass, huh?
Yeah, it's not that I'm guessing, but I could have swore because I thought she worked with like a veterinary clinic. Because I'm telling you what, man, wherever she works, these people are the most lenient fucking people I ever seen. She gets to have fucking animals like nobody's, but they bring her animals.
Wow.
Don't they, Sherry? Where are you? I don't know. Why are you commenting?
Lee Sugar Britches says, like Kim Kardashian's ass, way too big. Yep. She's the one who kind of really made, like J-Lo. J-Lo had a perfect booty, right? And it was considered big. J-Lo. And you look at her now, and she doesn't have an ass compared to most of these women that are getting their ass done, So it really has gone way off the scale. It's kind of crazy.
Bobby said Sherry's office is crawling with pussy. Well, dude, they'll bring her like 2-3 kittens, and lots of friends have gotten fake boobs. I work in an accounting firm. Yeah, see, I knew it.
There you go.
And they bring you animals all the time, don't they? I'm not shitting you. I'm pretty sure they've had dogs there too.
Fly says, man, straight to the gutter tonight. Well done. Well, we're not in the gutter. We're just, we happen to be talking about boobs and butts, but we're talking about them respectfully, not quite in the gutter yet. We can get there eventually.
That's
I'm
right.
sure.
When we talk about rubbing them,
Ooh,
then you'll know we're going to the gutter.
I will say one thing, man. When you rub fake boobs, especially silicone boobs, if they're tight under the skin, it's kind of a weird feeling. You can feel the skin slipping around
Yeah.
around the implant, and that's a little odd. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was told too, but they didn't feel quite real.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
didn't feel real. And they were painful. I think that person probably didn't have them done right, is what I'm gonna bet on. That was
Could be.
way back. Way
Oh,
back.
yeah. Well, see, when they first started doing them, they didn't put them underneath the muscle. Now they put them underneath the muscle, which I don't understand. Well, what I miss? I'm trying to stay with Fly
Sorry.
say because I stay with the comments.
He said rubbing them with what?
I can't say. I can't say.
Does it matter?
I know. Let's see. Wash said, glad we don't eat out. I know. Justine, my daughter has extra long nails, and she said very, very carefully when asked her. I bet. Smash that like button, people, says Bobby. Absolutely. How you doing, Bobby? Good to see you. Let's see how. Any more on what a chick is real? Plastic tits, plastic nails, 3 pounds of makeup, plastic lips, and everything else. Where are the real chicks at? I'm with you, Hal. Geez. Again, back in another life, I used to go to clubs and places wherever I went, I'd constantly be hounded on the women and get lucky. And then you get them home and everything is cool. You wake up in the morning with a completely different looking person than you went to bed with that night. I don't get it. Half their face is left on the pillow, half is looking at you.
I'm eating my arm off to get the fuck out of here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But you know what? I'm glad that women want to see themselves as pretty and they do the things to attract us guys. I'm all for that. I don't like a schlub woman either. I don't like this thing I see with current modern women, the younger ones, where they all look like they're all wearing like a hoodie and pajama bottoms out to the store, and they all look like they should be junkies under a bridge. I don't know what that's all about, but I like women who will dress up, and look good. Put some makeup on your freaking face. Not trowel it or anything, but do something.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like Marvin said. Here's the deal, honey. How long is it going to take you to put that fucking shit on? That's where I'm going to decide whether you need makeup on. Because if it's going to take you too fucking long, no, you don't need it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Which tells me it's really not that big of a deal to him, but I still think that he's happy. I mean, I think what do I want to say? I don't think it's more happy. I think it's maybe more appreciative that, I maybe dolled up or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It didn't look like a hag or.
Yes. One thing I as a man, what I appreciate is at night, if I have a girlfriend with, now I have a wife, but when I had a girlfriend and I'd go over there and she would have on, or at night, well, we'd go out on a date and it would end up back at someone's house, either my house or her house. I always liked if they wore something a little sexy underneath their clothes. You know what I mean? Like nothing worse than fucking red bra, green panties. You know what I mean? It's like, can't you at least match these fucking things? You know what I mean? Like, come on. woohoo, it's Christmas. What the fuck?
I go one step further and I just wear the bra and say hell with the panties because that's
Woo!
just a big pain in the ass. We don't do that.
Yeah, girl. Get it. Nice. Good for you. Nice. Yeah, but and women are good usually about that too. There's not a lot of women who
well, I
mix and
never
match.
understood. I mean, okay, the thong, maybe it looks cuter on some women, but I never understood it because I got to tell you that thing in the crack of my ass, I can't. I have tried. Dude, it's going to one side or the other of my ass. I'm telling you right now, the string, I'm pulling it and it's going for either on this side or on this side because I can't have it in there. It just can't.
You can't poop and go. What's that thing you used to do with the kid? You put the grass leaf between your thumbs and blow. I don't know, man. I am sick.
Oh
Sorry,
my
guys.
God, that's the funniest shit ever. Nothing like childhood, taking you right back to your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Through gutter talk.
We're still all children. You're all my children now.
Funky. I mean, I want you to think
I would imagine it does.
Would you? How about you wearing one?
I won't lie. Okay. One time,
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. Went to Spencer's Gifts with a girlfriend. I was probably, I don't know, 18, 19, something like that. And they had like this box with edible paints, and there was a little vibrator, and there was his and her panty things in there or whatever. And the guy thing was like a little pouch with a thing going, it was just an elastic rubber band thing with a pouch. Right. So she's like, go put that on. I'm like, I'm not putting that on. She's like, go put that on. So I put it on. And I'm like, this has got to be the most uncomfortable thing. Cause like you were saying, there's this thing right across your eyeball, right across the brown eye. And it's not comfortable.
Okay. Now, let me take that one step further.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
You get the luxury of having a set of balls that stop that string. A woman does not.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I don't want to ride that. No.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's true, huh?
I don't. I'm telling you, I probably wore them for all of about 10 minutes, a couple times, and both times I can't do this. I gotta take that shit out. I mean, I was constantly pulling the string, could not handle it in the crack of my ass. I just couldn't. It went from either on one side of my butt or the other. I can't. No.
Well, I mean, there is different kinds, right? There's the G string, right, which is a string. Then there's what? The whale tail, right, which is a thicker piece.
Yeah.
That still goes between the crack.
Okay,
but
okay. So here's the difference.
Yeah, go ahead.
The G string is like having, you know how they'll cut cheese and they'll do it with string?
Yes.
No, thank you. Fuck that.
I don't blame you.
So then, if not that, you get what? What'd you call it?
The whale tail.
Okay. Oh, think about that one. That one's wide.
Wider. Yeah, it's like an inch or so, right? And it comes with a button.
How much room is in the crack of in between the cheeks of your ass? Is there an inch?
Mine? I don't know.
So in other words, you're being like, no.
Oh, you're munching it. Munching it.
No. And that is the kind that just makes me feel like there's too much in there. The other one either cuts you in half or
Mm,
that one makes you feel like, yeah, like you
I
got a
gotcha.
bunch of underwear in there. Now, I
Um,
don't
num, 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 num.
I
Um,
can't.
num, 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 num,
So,
num, num, num. Yeah.
I'm
I happen to think the most sexy things for me growing up was always when the 80s hit, the French bikini, um, the high-waisted
yes,
bikinis that the women would wear.
yes,
They weren't a thong, you know, they covered their
yes,
bum, but they came up high on the hips. And one
yes,
of my favorite things to look at was always the Fredericks of Hollywood catalog. Do you guys
yeah,
remember? Anybody remember that? Where the
yep,
women, you know, they dressed nice and they had the
yep,
bustier things. Oh, man, oof, that was some. I'm gonna take this home with me, guys.
yep,
Nice stuff. God, you women
yep.
are beautiful. You women are beautiful.
I'm telling you, ladies from the 80s were the fucking best.
Ladies from the 80s. Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
They were the best.
Yep.
We had the best hairdos. We could rock high-waisted anything amazingly. Now I can't put that shit on now to save my soul because now I'm used to all the low-waisted stuff. But
Mm,
I'm
I
sure I
get
could
you.
get used to it again. But
Flatchester wants to know what the drinking word today is. I have no idea. I'm gonna let you guys pick that one, whatever it is. But I'm gonna start with a salute. I hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see y'all. Thank you for coming.
yes,
This is a pub, so we probably should have a little bit of a drinking game of some kind. But we'll get there.
okay.
We're working on it.
So who did anybody think of a word? How Bobby
I don't know.
Fly Crew? Somebody who wanted the drinking word? Flat chested female. You can think what I want you to think of one.
I'm jumping down comments because I'm so far behind.
A
So I'm
girl
just
in a
gonna
t-shirt and
see what we
panties.
got.
I know, Andy.
Oh my God, yes, Andy. Oh my God, yes.
Dancing around in the kitchen. I want to go back.
Yes. Yes. One of my oh, never mind. Never mind. Yeah,
Should it
man.
have been
Like,
boobs?
what's that?
Fly Crew said, should it have been boobs?
Should have been. Yeah, I know, right? That would have been a great drinking word. Hal doesn't drink. Well, I understand. I don't smoke. You know, I smoke cigars and occasional cigarettes and stuff, but I don't smoke that other stuff. So that's cool. To each their own. Just a t-shirt or sweatshirt. I don't know about that, Hal. It's I mean, the t-shirt's cool. Got to be braless, in my opinion. There's a little jiggle is nice, and it doesn't take big boobs to jiggle. So I don't mind. But sweatshirt, tight sweaters, on the other hand, back in the day, those were sexy as hell. Like in the 50s when women would wear the tight sweaters, that was okay. Can't complain about that.
It'd sure be nice to go back, wouldn't it?
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like we were talking about earlier, man, it is fucking bizarro world out there. It is inside out, upside down, left is right, right is left, good is bad, bad is good. And none of it makes any damn sense. I don't know what the hell is going on. I saw today a freaking house plant in chief go down to Arizona and get asked, are you going to go to the border to see what's going on? You know, the fucking thousands of people just lined up coming across the border, basically.
No.
And what does this potato head say?
He's got
What's that?
important things to do. He's got
That's
more
right, he
important
does.
things to do. The fuck?
Main job of the president of the United States is to protect the borders of the country, and he's got better things to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Hello,
know,
Mick.
man. Yo, Mick, what's going on?
Yo, Mickey.
Good evening.
Mickey.
And says torpedo bra. Nice. The torpedo bra.
That makes me think all I can think is Madonna when I think about the torpedo
Yeah,
bra.
remember when she was doing that for a while? She was trying to bring them things back. Yeah. Not a fan, but, you know, looked good back in the day, I guess. What
It
else is
also
going on?
takes me back to, like, American Bandstand or something like that. Like, I swear that that's where they wore them a lot or something.
Yeah.
Like, or something like that.
Yep.
I was actually looking up that song. It's called 80s Ladies.
Is it really?
Oh. Yeah, there's a song, and it was by
Oh.
it's by KT Oslin. She's
No idea.
actually a country. She's a country singer, but the words to it are pretty good. I was just gonna look at the lyrics.
Chief says, guys love girls in Daisy Duke short shorts. Yes, Chief.
Well,
in general, I do, but it depends on the body that's wearing them. To be
that's what I was
honest, I
gonna
see a
say.
lot of women that have juicy booty on their butt, and they're wearing short shorts, and they probably shouldn't be because it looks like something's trying to eat the shorts from the middle of their crotch. So, no. That's another case of nom 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 from a different angle.
I knew you were gonna do it. That was funny as shit. Okay. Come on. Is she gonna like I just want to see the fucking lyrics. I don't want to watch the video. The lyrics of it are pretty good. 80s. I'm typing one-handed here.
Wasp says, I'm glad Yank is confused. I'd hate to be the only one. Freaking President Houseplant. Yep. I mean,
oh my
God. Just the fact that we have, in the past couple of years, over 1 million people a year have come into this country. Over 1 million people illegally. Never mind the close to 1 million that come in every year legally. And then you have the gotaways, the ones we don't have any idea of. I mean, I don't understand it. Like you said, Gutter, I don't understand how you could work at Border Patrol and they just change the rules and change the Title 42 and everything. And it's like, yep, okay, all you people, come on in.
Yeah.
After my job yesterday was stay over there. I don't get it. How do they do that?
I just don't understand how. I mean, usually somebody, when they do a job, they do it and they kind of believe in whatever it is they're doing. There's some kind of, they're not doing it and going, I hate everything about it. La, la. They'll usually just go find another job if that's the case. So how do these people just go, yeah, I'm just going to hold on to my job here and do whatever it is they tell me to. Yep, if they tell me to open the border door, oh yeah, I know, it's my money too going out the, I know I'm paying the taxes too, and all these people are coming in and my family's at risk too, but I'm going to do what it said because I need that paycheck. I just can't imagine that all those people are doing that.
I know.
That work for the fucking Border Patrol. It's not like they just got 20 people.
I know. I forget what the number is. I think there's like 15,000 Border Patrol or something like that. That's a lot of fucking people, man. And
yeah,
I mean, but look at cops today, right? Cops in general. I mean, you see what the hell we see it because of the channels we all kind of follow. We all run in the same circles, and we see what's going on with, earning the hate or earning the donut. And a lot of them are earning the hate nowadays. And why are they doing it? Why are they still collecting a paycheck? Why? Because they're still collecting a paycheck. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Money talks and bullshit walks. And a lot of people don't have principles.
Dude, I'm telling you, I worked with the elderly for almost 25 years. And in that time, I know I'm 29, but I worked for the elderly for 29 years. Look, fuck math. It ain't none. Math ain't our business. But anyways, in that time, I left many jobs because I didn't agree with how they dealt with residents. And when I say I left because, I said, "You can take this job and shove it. I'm not gonna, sit and watch you leave so and so or whatever." I always stood up, and I didn't care if it mattered that I would lose my job. I'd go find another fucking job, but I wasn't gonna watch them neglect or not do what they were supposed to do for residents. I just didn't agree with it. When you would see a 400-pound lady sitting in a bed, actually, I think she was 380, sitting in a bed, she can't move. And there's family members bringing Cheetos in by the fucking bucketfuls and giving
Trying
her.
to kill her.
I didn't care for the woman. She was a very selfish and just she thought she was a queen. Like, it was just, ugh. But I still wasn't going to see somebody I don't care. I'm not going to see you just, I'm just feed her until she dies. That's just, I mean, where's the doctor? Why isn't the doctor, why is she here in the nursing home if this is what's going to go on? I would send her home. He can kill her there.
Right. Yep.
I thought it was pretty selfish of the nursing home. I just couldn't believe what they were doing. I just wasn't impressed. I think it's bullshit. And I
Again,
would always stand up for him. Always. Like, simple things. Like, a lot of people say, well, people with Alzheimer's, if they do something, like if they go, "Well, where's my mom?" "Well, your mom's been dead for 10 years. People, don't ever fucking do that to somebody with dementia or Alzheimer's. Do not do that. Because what you do is you make them relive that their parent died. They don't, and they will relive it again, just like it happened that day. I mean,
Wow.
they
Yeah,
really do.
I never thought of that. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and just, watching staff members do shit like that, I couldn't handle it. So I would
Yeah.
stick up for them. That's
Well, see,
just
that's
kind
because you're a
of where I was.
principled individual. You have principles, and you have character, rock solid traits about yourself that have been instilled and reinforced throughout your, being alive, whatever it was, whether you grew up with it or whether you developed it on your own. But they're there, and you will stand by them, and that's highly admirable, and it's sorely lacking today. It's
Oh,
pretty terrible. I
I
want to
agree.
acknowledge something really
But I
quick,
agree.
Bobby here. Yes, to Christy Alley. She had a short little battle with cancer, and she passed away at the age of 71 yesterday. I'd like to say that I enjoyed Christy a lot. I thought she was funny. She was one of the most beautiful women back in the 80s, too. I mean, her beauty was almost second to none at one point, and her personality was fantastic. She caught a lot of shit later on in life for, having demons insofar as some alcohol and drug addictions. And she joined the Church of Scientology. She catches a little flack for that. And she, in her later on years, came out pretty conservative. And it's my understanding that she was also kind of blackballed for having those views. But she was outspoken. She was beautiful. She always tried. She tried to be as good as she could. And, yep, everybody knows your name, just like here at the Gutter, Yank-N-Gutter pub. We all know each other, and we're all on first name basis here, and we're all gonna miss each other if we go somewhere.
And I
So
feel like there was it's newer, and maybe I have missed you before here, but you went
who?
by, I don't remember what the first part of the name was, but the last was Shedder. Where'd it go?
I
Did
don't know.
anybody else see that? Oh, right there.
I can't read it, unfortunately. It's too small.
What?
But
She
I can't read
says,
it. It's too small.
"I keep giving Rick hell, Sugar Britches." She's talking to Sugar Britches.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Oh, and thank you for loving my hair, Sugar Britches.
I told you. Looks good. Nice.
Just starting, I hope. Okay. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, do you see the dog?
Yes.
It's
a German Shepherd, correct?
Yeah, and then it says, I don't know, that's a German name. Schäferhund? Schäferhund. No. I know, I just butchered the shit right out of it, I'm sure. So, if you're still here, welcome.
Schäferhund, Cheddar. Schäferhund.
Schäferhund.
I guess. Schäferhund. Hassenpfeffer. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Yeah. And of course, everybody else.
Yeah.
So
especially everybody else that shows up here all the time. We appreciate that.
Exactly.
Do we what?
You guys are rocking.
Do we what?
Do we want to post the link yet?
Oh, we can. Sure, if you'd like to. Tonight's show is sponsored by Fat Bottom Betty cigars. They're great. They're about $8. Sure it is. I said it is.
It's sponsored by
Therefore, it's true. It is. They're an official sponsor. Fat Bottom Betty. Yep. Because I'm going to give them a review, and they're going to want to, because all 6 of us in here are going to want to buy them. Yep. God, they are good, though. You know, they're $8. So they're not cheap. You can't really smoke them on the reg, but I'll do them on a Tuesday night for sure. Our other sponsor is also Bullet Bourbon. Whose phone's going off? That ain't mine.
That was mine. It's got all the YouTube notifications keep going off. It irritates the shit out of me. Okay.
Yeah,
the blind Yank-N-Gutter show. You fucking Tony.
What's that? What did he say?
The blind Yank-N-Gutter show.
Yeah, there you go. We do look like blind people with the glasses on. Speaking of that, I don't think I told you guys. I went to another eye doctor. I don't need to have cataract surgery on my eye because I have a congenital cataract that's not quite in the middle, but as I get older, it's slowly affecting the middle of my eye. So that's why when light is on this side of the room, I tend to have the halo stuff going on. But I don't need the surgery yet. So looks like they'll be able to get me back to 2020 with a new set of glasses, and the glaucoma in this eye is getting taken care of by drops. So that's a plus. I like that. But going to look for glasses, holy fuck, guys, $700. That's $700 for fucking glasses. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And like Gutter said at one time when we were talking, she said, "Oh, everybody's using that as an excuse." Supply lines and shortages and all this shit to just jack up prices. And I am a firm believer that that's exactly what they're doing. A lot of things are not affected by what's going on. And they are literally quite fucking us.
Somebody said that their sister's baby couldn't get antibiotics the other day.
Wow.
Now, I don't know. I mean, this, of course, it's one of those things that's through comments and everything, but still, if you're hearing about it once, there's a lot more that you're not hearing about it.
Yep. Well, that's because we don't make nothing here no more. You probably antibiotics are made by China, and we probably pissed off Xi Jinping somehow. And we don't get to have antibiotics.
We bought a bunch of iodine. We bought a bunch of iodine pills.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got them, they were supposed to come from, I can't remember where they were supposed to come from, but it wasn't China. And when we got them, they're from China.
Oh, wow. So they did the flip on your manufacturer flip, advertise it from one thing, but give you it from another place? Oh,
Yep.
fuck, I'd be pissed. Yeah, that sucks.
So, is this a new person here?
I don't know. You have to push the button. I see. I got both my hands over here, so I'm not doing the comments.
The button's push. Can you not see? Look down below, dude.
Oh. I'm blind as a bat.
Oh. Take off
the name.
glasses.
Read it. Say the name. Say it.
Callan Dunn? Is that what it is? Callan Dunn?
Full screen, and I'm Caitlin Dunn. Yeah, I guess. I like her picture. I'm laughing, Schaeferlin. Only Schaeferlin knows how to pronounce that one. No offense to Schaeferhuns.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. I agree too.
Oh, so something tells me that Bobby, is that one of your friends? Bobby, why are you not coming in? I've pinned the link. What more do you want? I can't fucking drive over there and
he wants an invite.
Bobby, would you like to come on? Or anybody else? Who else would like to come on?
Yeah, anybody's welcome to come on. All you got to do is hit the link.
Been on in forever.
I know.
Tony,
he was sick.
Oh, God.
No.
So were you sick, like with the cold? I'm dying. Oh, you're from Rick's channel. Welcome.
You said my name right the second time. Oh, okay. Kaylin.
Kaylin Dunn.
Kaylin.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, man. Right on. So we have things to talk about. Gutter, did you hear about the 85-year-old man who working at Home Depot who tried to stop some fucking thug from rolling out with 2 pressure washers, and the guy gave the 85-year-old a stiff arm to go by him, and he fell down, and he wound up dying eventually in the hospital a few days later. This country's gone fucking mad. There's video of it. There's video. If you can look it up, because I don't have the computing power to look it up and share the screen, but you can look at 85-year-old Home Depot man dies from robbery. And I will say this, kudos to that guy, because he's of a generation that is much different than today's. A younger man in his exact position would have watched that guy walk right out of the store with that junk and never said anything to him. A bad guy. This 85-year-old man was a fucking hero, and he was cut from different cloth than the pieces of shit that lay down for all this crap and immorality that we see in this country. And I don't like people that carry around the attitude of don't get involved because something bad could happen, because look at what happened to the 85-year-old guy. That could be you. Bullshit. If enough of us stand up, the bad guys don't stand a chance. And I'm tired of people taking the attitude of just letting shit happen. No one's going to try and walk out of a place if I'm there. I'll tell you right now. It's not happening.
I agree, Fly Crew. It's like when I'm fucking sick, I don't feel good. That's what I have. I don't feel good. Call it what the fuck you want. Flu. I mean, you call it what you want, but I'm not taking none of your shit. And yeah, I'm sick. Okay. You fucking
herpes.
You can title it whatever you want. That's right. I'm sick. I'm sick of fucking all this.
Yep. Did you find a video of news thing of the old guy?
Home Depot employee dies after being pushed by alleged thief.
Not alleged.
Is this the one?
Definitely.
A day ago. This is from Inside Edition. Well, it's Inside Edition. That's all PC, dude.
If it's news, you're fine. If it's news, you're fine. And that's news.
Okay. Good. I'll go get. Well, no, I better not.
Owned by an alleged.
Just stop. Jeez, let me share my shit. Invite. Present.
Arms.
Share screen. I just love it every time. Okay. Share audio. And
sure.
Share screen too. And yeah, I gotta get out of my way. Okay. We're good. And here we go. We're gonna listen to this.
Hi, Anna Assassin. Good to see you.
Video from the store on October 18th shows the suspect pushing a shopping cart loaded with prices. The employee checked the man to the ground. The suspect walked the door up his white four-door Hyundai Sonata with a temporary North Carolina license plate and drove off. The employee was taken to the hospital, and police say he died December of complications from the injuries he sustained. The medical examiner ruled his death a homicide. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Hillsborough Police at 919-296-9562 for Inside Edition Digital.
That's amazing.
Now, why did that sound like shit to everybody else?
I can't believe nobody was there.
Okay, everything's all frozen up now.
Why? Okay, let me turn it off. Let me stop sharing. But getting a bit of an echo. Damn, I wonder why.
Yeah, it was terrible on my end. I couldn't hear a fucking thing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I could hear, but it was like, and the video was all janky. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. Because I'm in Chrome. I use the audio. What the fuck? Blah blah blah.
Fly Crew says, yeah, turn it off and back on again.
No, I'm not. I fuck it.
Hit it on the side. Bang.
Yeah. Fucking throw my phone at it.
That's right.
Hi, Sherry. And I see Ann Assassin was here.
Back. Yes, I did say, yep. Well, the video was just started playing. Yep. No, you're fine. That's cool. I think we have a social contract collapse in this country, right? Where we know what's right, we know what's wrong, and we as a society are supposed to not take up the mantle of vigilantism, because that's a dangerous step. But again, it goes down to shame, and it goes down to pointing when someone's doing something wrong. We stopped doing that. So we're ending up with this crazy inversion accent of reality and who's a victim, who's not. I'll tell you, man, there was a guy, Bernie Getz from New York, on the subway trains riding around, and he was a pretty mousy kind of guy, and he got robbed a bunch of times, but by the gangs that ride the roving gangs that ride the subways, and he wound up shooting dead a couple of them. And he got on the train kind of like as bait, kind of making himself look extra mousy and waiting for them to show up. And when some did, he plugged them. They wanted to fucking prosecute him, and they did prosecute him. I believe he was found not guilty, but they, weren't very happy with what he did. And I'm seeing that we're coming to a point in time where we're going to have to start making some decisions as people. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to promote violence, because I think that's the only way to get things back on track. I think that once you have to start taking people like this guy that shoved an 85-year-old man who just tried to stop him from stealing, someone needs to come out of the woodwork and pipe this guy in the head as he's running out. Things need to happen. You need to make the drug dealers afraid. You need to make the people that break into your car afraid. You need to make the people that will smash and grab. Did you see the Apple store? And I think it was like Beverly Hills or someplace where they would the store is full of people in broad daylight, and there's two guys in hoodies just walking around ripping the phones off and ripping tablets off and stuffing them in their pants, and nobody's doing a damn thing. Nothing. There was no weapons, but nobody's doing nothing. I don't mentality of just let it happen to you. Just let it happen, man.
I watch it happen at Freddy. I watch it happen at Freddy's all the time. At Fred Meyer's here. It happens all the time. I'll be checking out, and pretty soon, you'll see him walk right out the door, and the alarm will go off, and the woman will look at him and say, "Come back here," and they're like, "Okay," and away they go. They don't stop.
Now, see, that's just crazy. That where this leads to is nowhere good, right? Because once they're emboldened, and like, hey, Strategic Eyes Show. Strategic Eyes Show is in the house. Dude, I am so glad you are here. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've mentioned him a couple of times. I'd like you to go check out his channel. This is a good man and a good channel. And I mentioned him last week, and I think the week before as well. Tony G turned me on to him. I'm glad he's here. Strategic. We were just talking about vigilantism. Now, Strategic is, and I can let him tell you if he wants to come on, but he's in law enforcement. He's had Department of Corrections. He's in New York. And one of the things that I admire about this man is his ability to be able to take a story or a situation, because he does a lot of topical ones. And he is able to look at both sides very, very reasonably. Now, I will say this, politically, we don't necessarily line up on the same side, but that's fine, because he's somebody that I can respect. And I know he's not coming from an ideological bent where the truth does not get through because it came from wherever. So good man, good show. Please go check him out. Please go like and subscribe. Please go watch his stuff, because he's a good dude. So that's a quick shout out, man. I'm glad you came. Thank you for coming. I gave him an invite.
He said,
yes.
He said he, correction officer and now police officer. Well, congrats, because we need some good ones.
Yeah, and he is a good dude. He's definitely one that you'd want to have on your side. I had made a comment in his live chat, which he kind of took a little bit of offense to, and I didn't mean to. A lot of the times in chats, I say things very quick and blunt. Sometimes they come off as though I'm speaking to the person, and I'm speaking in general. So I made a comment, and I'd like to apologize for that. I didn't mean for the way that came out, sir. So when I was saying knock it off, not to you, I meant, again, and this is our subject that we just happened to be talking about when you popped in, was that we as a society need to knock off being so damn polite and being so sensitive and the bad guys are taken. It's my opinion, like with the old man who was 85 years old, just stepped out to try to stop the guy from robbing Home Depot and walking out with the merchandise. He's dead now because of it. And nobody did anything about it. They just let it happen. Just like at the Apple stores we see, just like the roving bands of kids. somebody's got to make it different. And I'm not of the mindset of just letting things happen. So that's my two spiel on it. If you'd like to come on, dude, love to have you. You know, the link's posted up at the top on the YouTube chat. You can hit that and come on in.
Arrest now.
He's what?
He said, I'm working on an arrest now. How long are you live? Sometimes we're live for 2 hours, 3 hours, just depends. But I mean, we'll probably be here for quite a while longer.
Yeah, we start at 8 o'clock Eastern Central, and we usually go till about 10:30 or so every Tuesday night. That's a pretty safe bet. You don't have to come on tonight. I'm just glad you came, but we're here every Tuesday whenever you want to show up, brother. I'm glad you came. Thank you so much. So, aside from that, yeah, this upside down world that we're living in is really getting to be too much. You know, we see, how about the thing with the FTX guy, right? Billions of dollars up and evaporated, and he's still in the Bahamas, right? Talking about, I got to understand better what happened before I can come into Congress and testify as to what happened. I got to figure out what happened. He knows exactly what happened. He was running a freaking Ponzi scheme. But because he greased the right people's hands, both Democrat and Republican, he's going to skate. This guy's going to get in no trouble whatsoever. You watch, mark my words. This little bastard is going to get away with it. People, over 1 million people invested in this shit, and they're never going to see their money again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wrong. And from what I understand, the rumor has it that this was all a Ponzi scheme, also money laundering through Ukraine, because Ukraine was taking money that it was being given up to the point of now we got $103 billion so far gone to Ukraine. No management as far as where the money's going or anything. They were taking money that they were getting, the oligarchs there, and investing in FTX, and FTX was then giving money to the warmongering sides, mostly Democrats. That's fair. But, you know, people like Mitch McConnell also got money and blah, blah, blah. So the people that like the war, that send the money to Ukraine, they get it back. You see how that flow goes?
Yep.
So
he said give him 30 minutes and he'll come on.
Cool. Very good. I hope my signal holds out, brother. I hope that you can see that we're a dinosaur operation here. So we'll see how the Wi-Fi does. But yeah, okay, man. Right on. Anybody else want to come on in the meantime? Bobby, you're always good for a few. Always got some good subjects. Did you guys hear COVID rules are coming back? The mask mandates?
What?
The 6 foot distancing for holidays, the whole thing, it's coming back because we got the tri-pandemic thing going, the flu, the RSV, and COVID, supposedly.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. We're all immuned up, so we're good.
Yeah. Pure blood, man. Pure blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They've actually come out with a study. They've come out with a study that says that masks and 6 foot distancing does not work against any of these viruses. I don't know whether that's true or not. I personally still, when I have to be around a big public or whatever, I happen to still wear a mask. I don't like people anyway, so that's my thing. Oh. Hey, they're strategic.
Hey! Oh, just a minute. I got it.
Adam?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay. Hey, brother.
What's going on, man? How's everything going,
man? Good. We're good, man. I am so glad you were here, man. You made my night. Thank you so much.
No, absolutely, man. I appreciate the support you give my channel. So certainly, I definitely want to come on here and support you. You know what?
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me your live stream in the background of my phone.
Yeah, that could be our live stream is in trouble tonight for some reason. I don't know what it is, brother. I'm sorry.
So listen, I'm actually processing an arrest right now, but I got like 15 minutes to talk. I definitely wanted to get on the show. Of course, we could always schedule another time where we could have more time to speak, but I wanted to come through. I told you I was going to come through on Tuesday. I wanted to come show you some love and definitely get acquainted in your space, man. This is a really nice show. You got a lot of loyal, dedicated followers, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We're working on it. We're trying. We usually have, you know, not the numbers you pull, but, you know, we're trying to build up the show. This is a place, brother, where we don't necessarily always have topics, and it's not necessarily a news show. It's sort of like just what we like to think of it like as a virtual pub where everybody comes in and we just kind of talk about whatever we want to talk about, you know?
That's what's up, man. That's a novel idea. It's kind of like you're the Seinfeld of YouTube. there's no script, man. We're just winging it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're a show about. So, dude, you're back to work, right? You were not feeling too good there for a little while, right?
Yeah. I got a stomach virus, and my job was very generous. Told me to take the week off. So today's actually my first day back, and caught somebody stealing. They're actually a part of a pattern. So we actually dropped. We call them numbers. Just like each arrest, we dropped 6 numbers on this person because they kept stealing, and the people would make reports, but they didn't catch them. So finally, me and my partner caught them today, and now they have to face the music for all the things they did in the previous months as well as what they did today.
Oh, good for you. Excellent, man. Thank you for what you're doing, brother. You know, it's getting crazy out there. People are getting very bold, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a shame. It's almost like we're Yep.
No,
it's like we're losing a bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's like we're losing a little bit of piece of our morality, a little at a time. We're losing the social cohesion and the social contract between police and between our government and between our family and between reality. I mean, we're arguing about some craziest things I've ever heard in my life as to, you know, what's the definition of this versus that. And I mean, I don't understand the world I'm living in. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like someone moved me to the dark side of the moon and no one told me. I was sleeping or something, you know? So I'm glad you're out there doing your thing, brother. We need guys like you.
Thank you. But we got to ask ourselves, like, when we say morality, what exactly are we talking about? Because if you look at 2022, it seems like there are no rules. You know, there is no tradition. There is no general sense of morality that we all can follow, regardless of our race, gender, creed, religion, whatever. You know, it seems like in our society, we're just trying to placate to everybody, check all the boxes, make sure everybody's happy. And that's impossible. You know,
that's right.
Is what it is.
That's right.
And so these are the fruits of those labors. This is what they want. They want anarchy, lawlessness. They want hyper inclusion, and you can't have that level of inclusion. There has to be boundaries. There has to be a point where we say, all right, enough is enough. That's not acceptable. Or maybe you should do that in the privacy of your own home. We don't need to know about it.
I agree, man. That's well said. Yeah, man. You know, when you play bowling, like when you bowl, there's gutters, right? Or you go when you're learning how to bowl, the bumper ball. You know what I mean? You got to start out. We got to, when the young people coming up, they don't have the guardrails, man. They don't have the bumper ball. They're just throwing these balls down the alleyway, and things are getting messed up. So we have to, as a society, I'm a big believer in shame, right? I think shame has a valuable component to the social fabric. In other words, long-standing traditions which have never hurt anybody but have helped the society maintain its cohesion should be used in shame against those that try to change the rules midstream. I think it, and I don't know whose job necessarily that is. I don't know whether I want to give that job to necessarily government, but I do think it's incumbent upon each of us within our own sphere of influence to try to help those who need help, but also on the same hand, the ones who will say, hey, I'm not doing nothing you say. Well, now you got a problem because there's more of us than there are of you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that shame used to be known as common sense. And it was a collective responsibility to uphold and monitor that shame. So I'll give you an example. when they removed the shame from being a single mother, look what happened to my community. Look what's starting to happen to your community, where the numbers of single mothers is rising.
Yes.
Look at the byproducts of that: hypercrime, poverty, you know, young men growing up without understanding what it is to be a man. And they're not growing up to be punks because they don't have fathers in their homes. They're now embracing toxic masculinity, true toxic masculinity, the type of toxic masculinity that puts a gun in your back and says, give me your stuff. Because they think, because they're growing up in a single parent home, they think that to be a man is to be ultra machismo. But that's not being a man. A man could cry, a man could have emotions, but you have to have a father to teach you how to healthily express those things. So we lost that shame, and look what happened. And that's spread into other communities now, the devaluing of fathers. You know, and just one example of what's happening in our country, where it's just a free for all now. You know, you look at reality television, everything goes. Everything goes. How can you have a society where everything goes? The very definition of society is rules, regulations, and boundaries.
Yep. Agreed. Dude, you're nailing it. You're nailing it. This is why I wanted to have you on, and I hope you guys see in the chat, this is why this gentleman, I support his channel, because this is the kind of stuff he brings, and you can sit and you can talk, and he addresses you. He's not like one of those other YouTubers where he doesn't pay attention to the guys in the chat and in the comments. He always makes sure he gives you a shout out if you say something, and he's not afraid to jump down your ass if you say something that sounds stupid like I did. Which I want to apologize, bro.
No, that's okay. You know, I tell people all the time, like, that's just a part of the show. You know, so I encourage that from people because, you know, it adds to the show. I used to be much worse. Like, I used to just have full-blown debates and arguments with people. I kind of slowed down because I'm more toward the content, give the news and give the message or whatever. Man, I'm gonna have to log out because that's my sergeant calling me right now.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Peace. You have a safe night.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. What a good dude, man.
That's so nice.
Isn't it? Very cool, man. Very cool. He's a good man. Is he still on the screen, or did you remove him?
No,
okay,
he'll
I'm a little
remove
laggy.
him.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Very cool, very level-headed. And I want to have him on sometime when we have mutual discussions or a mutual topic. Maybe we could do a thing together where we could all kind of study up on it and bring our own opinions and have a little debate. I think it would be nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you talk for a minute while I get myself a drink here, and I'm going to make a little noise. So you got to cover. So see what's going on in the comments.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm just trying to find his channel. Sorry, I can't text and
you can't multitask, Gutter. Come on.
Little illiterate here. Okay, got it.
Are you gonna link them in somehow, or post them up there, stick them in there somewhere? I don't know how to do that stuff. I am gonna do I'll do the Jim Beam.
Let me see. I'll see if I can post his link.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't cut you all off. All right, let's see.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to make sure I got him. Okay, yeah. All right.
Nice.
So
Bobby put it in there too. Nice. Thank you, Bobby.
Okay, and then I'll just do it after the
What
the fuck was that? Okay. All right. Yay. That was cool. Okay, now you can talk, and I'm gonna go make my drink because I have to go to the kitchen.
I'm gonna fish for somebody else to come on. Somebody else got to come on this show because we got things to talk about.
Beta.
All right. How am I gonna bait you guys? I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden again. How's that? You guys mad? Too bad. Trump can't win. You mad? Too bad. Trump is actually making me kind of nervous. Speaking of that, the left is kind of going crazy because he made the comment regarding the Constitution, and I think it was completely misinterpreted by the mainstream media as to what he meant. I believe what he meant, and this is the problem with Trump, right? He will say some things that are open to interpretation. He's very clear. He's about as clear as mud sometimes when he's talk and when he speaks. And what I believe he meant, and fundamentally, if this is what he meant, he is correct. If the government under the Constitution no longer represents the people and is becoming a hindrance or an authoritative or authoritarian against the people, in the Constitution, there is the rules that we can abolish the government and Constitution and start all over again. That's what I believe Trump was alluding to, but he usually says things so ineloquently that the left, pounces all over it. Or the media. I'll just say the media because the media hates him. And permanent, we all know that the permanent government class hate him as well. So that's what that, I mean, wants to do away with the Constitution. But, basically he's also saying too, if the other people aren't playing by the Constitution, why should you play by the Constitution? That doesn't make any sense. That's a losing strategy, actually. And it is. He's right, So it is what it is. Oh, Mishka just subbed over strategic. Awesome. Good deal.
I did too. So did Bobby.
Oh, cool. Because government does endorse fatherlessness homes. Yes, it does. The more people it can get on the dole, the more people it can feel need the government, the stronger government will be embedded within your life. And you can't get rid of it. So that's the problem. Excuse me. Let's see. Chief, 60% of marriages end in divorce. I like it when Bill Burr says about divorce is the line, you get into the loose half. Your shit. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, 60% of marriages do end in divorce. Did you know that 80% of women are the ones who file for divorce? That's a fact nobody really wants to talk about.
Yeah, and I know
that really
they're fucking stupid to vote too. I know.
No, I wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say was,
oh, you already said that.
No, I never said they were too stupid to vote. I just said I don't know whether they should. But as far as the
have you been
divorce
hanging out
rate
with
and for divorce mostly, I do listen to people on the left as well. I try to be as fair as some make points on. I mean, I'd be a fool to say they didn't. No fault divorce was brought on by Ronald Reagan. No fault divorce is, I'm not happy anymore. He doesn't make me happy anymore. I want a divorce. Boom, divorced. Thank Ronald Reagan for that one. See? That was, hey, you've been hanging out with the left. Well, it happens to be true. Ronald Reagan brought in no fault divorce. We can thank him.
Well,
So
I think it's fucking.
That's where
if they're gonna make it so fucking hard to get a divorce, or they're gonna do all the bullshit with it, why don't they make it that hard to get fucking married?
Okay, make a better argument. Rephrase it rather than just asking that question. Like, why would you want to make it harder to get married versus harder to get divorced? I think marriage is a good thing. But I think no, because I think marriage is a good thing, right? The nuclear family, it builds a family. It's building
I do too,
something.
but I don't think that you should just get married just because everybody else thinks it's a fucking good thing. You should get married because it's a right thing for you and your significant other to do, And
Agreed.
so many people get married and then go, oh, this ain't what I thought it was. Well, what the fuck did you think it was going to be?
And therein is the problem with no-fault divorce, right? In my opinion, if you made it harder for people to get divorced, most people, when you look at the older generations, right, the ones who you see people, they've been married 70 years. They were kids, they got married at 20, high school sweethearts, and they went through all of life's crap. And bottom line is, they made a promise to each other, they held that promise, and they stayed together, life or death, thick or thin, sickness and in health. There are times when they wanted to kill each other, but they stuck it out and they became their own little support structure. They became dependent on each other. And today, with the ease at which you can say you're going to get a divorce, most people don't spend enough time together to build that solid through no matter what we have each other, even if we fucking hate each other. You'll get past it. This too shall pass, just like all things. So when you say make it harder to get divorced, I'm like, make it harder to get married. Nobody's forcing people to get married. And people aren't really getting married at the rates they used to. In a sense, it has become harder to get married because nobody wants to.
Well, here's my point to all that.
Sure, please.
When you want to get married, you can basically, unless you're if you want to be married by like a fucking Catholic priest, that you have to go to counseling and they counsel you before you get married and all that shit. Well, when you get a divorce, but all the other people, like when Marvin and I got married, there was no counseling beforehand to say, yeah, here's the thing. Do you know these are the things that are going to come up? Here's a bunch of the stuff that are going to come up. Do you know how to deal with that? No, nobody ever did. We just went and got married. But if you try to get a divorce, they're like, well, we would like you to go through counseling and this and that and da-da-da. Well, why the fuck didn't you have them go to counseling beforehand? Because maybe they'd have realized that they should have never got fucking married to begin with. Now I'm going to put Bobby in because I feel like he's going to back.
Should have realized the seriousness of, or they should have realized that the seriousness and the pledge that being married is. Because I think a lot of people go into it like, yeah, I'll get married, but I know I can get divorced. So there's no weight to it. There is a weight to being married. I take like that. That is one of the most solemn oaths you can take.
But don't you think if they said, okay, well, you got to go through this counseling and shit before you get married, a lot of them halfway through it go, you know what? You just made me realize, well, I don't want to get married. I'm good. I don't need to get married.
Yeah, I suppose. I can see that happening.
You save a lot of bullshit. And money to lawyers that should have never got the money.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, the lawyer thing is kind of I'm hearing music or something in the background. TV.
Yeah, I can't turn it down at the moment.
I gotcha. Okay. Hey, Bob. How are you, brother?
Do I drown it out at least? You hear me over?
Yes. Yeah. When you're talking, I can hear you over it. Yeah, it's cool.
I should just mute my mic when I'm not. I want you to finish your point.
I don't really have a point. I was acknowledging what Gutter said and that I understand what she's saying, and there is some valid points to it as well. I believe that, kind of like you'd learn, in my opinion, if the way things were, when you had the example of the mother and father going through life and raising their children would see what marriage is. They would see it. And so that would be the teaching tool for them when their turn came to be married. They would see what it was all about, and that there are hard times, but no matter what, you don't leave. Unless, of course, there's the violence and alcoholism and whatever, you know what I mean? Something like that. Okay, that's different. But we're talking, just life stresses or I'm not happy. That's fucking bullshit. You should not be allowed to get divorced over that. Your thoughts, Bob?
Well, I came in as regular out of the box tonight. Just mellow. I'm exhausted.
Excuse me, out of the box.
Out of the box.
Huh?
Yeah, no special names tonight. There's been so many bombshell drops. It's fucking insane. If you've been paying attention to fact check news, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
But
sir.
hey, everybody in the comments, what I'm gonna say about marriage. There's the two ways you guys have spoke about it, and then there's what I want everyone to pay attention to. This joke about losing half your shit. Marriage is a
Joke.
legal contract between you and the government to be joined as one person, and everything merges. It's a big fucking deal. I think people don't address relationships the same as they used to.
Good
When
point.
it's convenient, they're into it. They, like when I put myself into a relationship, I'm 100% in that relationship. I'm not. You know what I mean? It takes a lot for me to do that.
Right.
Currently, at the moment, I'm single, and I see people saying that they're happy or single, but that's because I guess who you pick out or have ran across haven't made that connection with you. When you get married, there's actual tax benefits and all these things to it because the assumption is you're going to create a family, and to the government, it's more taxpayers. So they give incentives to raise a family. They've made it so scary for Americans to have kids, raise a family, be in that traditional role of, provider, protector, nurturer, and and look at all the broken homes. I think it's something like 70% of black homes are fatherless. I don't know the percentage on white homes or anything, but they tend to segregate everybody into these race things. And what strategic guys had touched on was fathers not being in the home. And you got to remember, our government is endorsing fatherless homes. They're breaking up the nuclear family. People get married for the wrong reasons a lot of the time, and they say that marriages between people who live together first, those have the highest rates of divorce instead of people who take their time and then understand the fact that we're merging our lives till death do us part, for better or for worse. You're not only uniting as a team, but you're also decreeing to the government that we are to be seen as one, one unit.
Mm.
And to the government, it's all money.
Well, I'm a big proponent of keep government out of shit, right? Like, I'm not a fucking government guy. You know that. Everybody knows that who comes to this
That's
page.
why we're here.
We all kind of, and yeah, exactly. And I think the government has gotten too fucking involved in everything. And
everything.
I think that everything. I mean everything. And we gotta keep them out of it. They have no business in marriage. That's between two people. That has nothing to do with the government. At least it didn't used to. Now it does, and it has for a long time. I mean, I'm not saying it's a new feature, but at one point it didn't.
Well, you also, back in the day, we relied more on ourselves. So when you grew a family,
that's right.
You also had more people to chip in. You were able to get things done, run bigger farms. Having a big family, and there wasn't much else to do but screw around, I guess. They didn't have the internet webs to, make memes and share bullshit. But
right.
So I don't think people understand. Like, I don't think young people understand what it really means to love somebody like until they die. Because I can remember looking at older people. I can remember looking at people that were in their 50s and 60s and thinking, how in the hell does she go to bed at night and go, yeah, I'm gonna get me some of that, with his beer gut and his fucking he and his whatever. And then as you're married for 30 plus years, you start to none of that shit. Now you just love them. I might beat the shit out of them, but they could shit in the corner of the house and yeah, you beat the shit out of them. but you wouldn't necessarily divorce them. But back 20 years ago, I'd have left his ass in a heartbeat. So I think that
Marv shits in corners.
no,
That's what I just got from that. Put a
least he
litter
doesn't
box.
shit in the
in.
round
Maybe he's
room.
like, yeah, maybe it's a cry for help. He's identifying as a meow or one of them furries.
that damn kitty outfit he's been wearing to bed.
Some cat litter.
Oh,
down,
geez.
at least-
Woo!
Oh my
But yeah,
Yeah,
god.
you make a great point, Gutter. Go ahead.
Yeah, you true love. You understand that people are people, and you either accept that or you don't. See, you're at the point where, yeah, I still love you. You understand that you guys are a team. There are going to be things that you like and dislike about people, and that's what dating and stuff is supposed to be, is figuring that out. But some people say, "Oh, I hate this, and this about them, but I really love that about them," and then they end up unhappy. They marriage is the course we should take, and then they realize I'm actually stuck with this, and me loving that wore off. Like you have to really, what's the word I'm looking for? When you think about who you're going to share yourself with.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm sure there's times that Marvin and I both go, yeah, I think this is it. And then we go, that seems like a whole lot of work. Fuck it. I really love you. Okay, let's go to bed. Because
Yeah.
I mean, and there are days that you just do you do. I mean, you just fucking you're fed up to hear. But
that happens with everybody, even friends.
That would
How many
be a
guy
lot
friends get it?
fucking
Hold
work.
on, real quick. How many guy friends you ever been in a fist fight with that are actually your friends and your boys, even to this day?
Almost every
All of
single
them.
one.
All of them.
Yeah.
You see, Gutter?
Yeah.
That's life. People are people. You're gonna go through that no matter who you're with.
Well,
Not everything's Hollywood.
no, it's not.
Can I really quick, Gutter, without interrupting your train of thought too much? I'd like to just point out that Schaffer Hound Shredder says at one time marriage was recorded in the family Bible, but government wasn't getting revenue from that. Now that is actually true, because I remember old people's Bibles.
I have actually two of those Bibles. One was
There
my
you go.
mom, and the other one was mine, which I actually put mine and Marvin's, all of our stuff in there, all of our information and everything. And it's a big family
cool.
Bible, a big white one. Got the gold leaf on it and all that, and the big picture of Jesus and the table and the whole bit. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not proponent of religion necessarily to speak of, but that whole thing where it was in the family, it was a family thing, it was a private thing, it was between two people. Government, piss off, you don't need to know shit.
Right.
But when it started becoming, okay, well, who's gonna have say over? I think it all begins with the legality shit, right? We put legal stuff and lawyers and shit involved, and they make these policies where you have to follow these kooky rules that have nothing other than they help the government get a hold of your assets, right? Like if you're not married, you can't have, but you've been with somebody forever, you can't have say in what happens in certain healthcare situations. You can't have say in estates. Assets need to be divvied up or they just immediately evaporate to the state. It's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, this goes to family. Family units are broken, and they're broken because they started allowing divorce. In my opinion,
among many other things, other things. Fair. You show me how two women are going to bump uglies and have babies. Show me two dudes that are going to start docking their dicks and have babies. It don't happen.
Yeah, the gay community owes us reparations for donating to their population.
Right. That's right.
You're welcome for your existence.
That's right.
I don't hate you for it, but at least be grateful. Don't chastise me for creating you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, I mean, I remember, you know, and again, I'm sort of the free freedom for people, liberty and things, and I remember being very much against the idea of when gays were being able to adopt, right? I thought that that was probably going to be leading to the realm of again,
Where we are
example,
now.
child,
Right
Where we
exactly,
are
where we
now.
are now.
exactly,
Yeah. Thank you
exactly. You
very
know, I had
much.
the
Well,
foresight
that's
back
not
then,
the motherfucking case. Sorry. Go
but
ahead.
there was a time where I went from realizing that to, well, I'm just being a bigot. I'm just being a bigot, and I shouldn't be thinking that way. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to have a child. Why not? Right? But it turns out my gut initial instincts were correct about it because look at where it has gotten, like you just said. So it's very
Well,
weird, man.
and in reality, it is unfair to gay couples that would really do a good job, especially with the way the state treats kids. Every
Yeah,
one of those kids. I mean, almost at this point, how many people have gone missing from CPS? Where do those kids go? They don't talk about the missing. The state, you want to give these kids to the government? Even a broken home sometimes is better than that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But but
yeah, man, absolutely.
there's this is what people need to we need to compartmentalize the LGBTQ agenda and the movement and the gay community. Because all my gay friends, I have trans friends and gay friends. I live in New York, okay? And I get along with everybody. Um, they're pissed off about the children thing. It's really about the kids. Don't don't expose kids to this. As an adult, whatever you want to do.
How are you not going to expose them to it? They're walking up and down the street looking like
Well,
fucking freaks.
I
How the
have an
fuck?
issue with that. Yep.
There's
I
no
agree.
so for you to
Gutter,
say
we're at the point where it's taught in schools now. Like the kids should be left out of this completely. They're walking like dogs with thongs should
can't
not be on
leave-
public display. We used to have decency laws.
you
Mhm.
can't
We
leave
used
the
to
kids
have,
out of it.
lewd conduct. It's
Yep.
lewd conduct. It's gone, and the fringe have taken over. When gays wanted to be recognized as unity, I understand that. Taking the word
Sure.
marriage pissed off a lot of Bible thumpers because of the history of marriage and how it was so sacred that it was written in Bibles and it was kept by the family first, and then the government had gotten involved in it, and they're like, well, gays should be able to get these government benefits too. And the religious folk were like, okay, so call it a civil union where you get the same benefits. They have turned the melting pot into a salad bar. And then they started telling the cheese how the tomato bits next to it were trying to take cheese off the steam table, and then cucumbers were being replaced by fucking pickles that they've put over here. And everybody's intersectionalized the class system from middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class. They have divided the people in so many ways, and people, especially when it comes to religion, their emotions get involved. Marriage is a contract between you and the state that you're going to be with your girl for the rest of your lives, because you're going to intermingle everything from income, bank accounts, taxes. Then you're raising kids together, so now you're a liability to family court, and government profits off all of it. So when it comes to marrying somebody, you need to go old school, like keep it in the family, and make sure that it's somebody that could shit in the corner of the room and you give them a scolding, but at the end of the day, you don't light them on fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
It's
my
funny.
piece on that. Yo, I digress.
It's funny, man. That kind of when I got myself in trouble on Strategic Eyes live stream, what I basically said was, and I find this happens a lot. Even it doesn't matter who, but I find that a lot of people will compartmentalize into camps and tribes of differences that don't mean anything. distinctions without a difference, basically. Whether that be Catholic, Christian, white, black, brown, Muslim, whatever. It doesn't matter. I look at it, and my thing is I'm really big into the idea of, and I love using the term countryman, and yes, that includes women as well, because it's a term and it's an overall term, right? There isn't much more of a distinction that I need to go bigger that helps all of the people that are pulling in the same direction I am as countrymen. I don't like saying I'm a white guy. I don't like saying my community. I don't like hearing my community, your community, their community, this community, that community, because all that does is that puts in the brains of people separations.
Right. That's right.
So I kind of got in a little shit on his stream because I had made basically a statement like that, and I basically said, knock it off. And I was just talking in general to people like, we all need to knock this off, countrymen. But he kind of took it that I meant him. And I understand why, because text is terrible. It's a fucking awful form of communication because you can't really put a good thought out.
Yeah, exactly. There's no tone in it.
Exactly. So my big thing is we need to really kind of stop. I think one of the ways we help fix the narrative that everybody is their own separate little fucking thing with a couple people of, you know what I mean? This tribal shit. I think we have to kind of stop saying, oh, it was a Jew, or it was a white guy, or it was a black guy. It was a guy. It was a woman. Get back to the basics. I didn't mention. I mentioned old guy and a guy robbing Home Depot. I didn't mention who was what. It didn't matter. Bad guy, good guy. You know what I mean?
But that's not the agenda. That's not the tool. The tool is intersectionality.
Yes.
And the chopping everybody up and affirmative action, systemic racism, protected classes, affirmative action, and there was another one that I had right before. They're protected hate crimes. Hate crimes, protected classes. This is what I'm saying. That's how do you would have to reverse hate crimes, like that. The hate crime law has to go away.
Yes,
because that's based solely on race, religion, everything we're not supposed to judge people by.
Right.
And it's like federal charges and
yeah, it's just an enhancer for no reason.
The non-binary that shot up the bar, the Club Q, turned out to be a non-binary, and they're like, oh well, he's faking it to get out of hate crime charges, and it's like, well, you're judging people for thought. Murder is murder. Murder is already a law. It's objective. Right. We can't. Once you start making laws fluid like they're doing, chaos ensues. Forget about the cash bail. That's just, oh, you raped and robbed.
Ask you a question.
Right. Well, hope we don't have to fucking arrest you again tomorrow. There you go. Off you go. Yes, sir.
Right. I was gonna say, like, what is the actual fucking difference, right? If I pull out a gun and blow your face off, or I pull out a gun and go, I fucking hate you, and then shoot you for whatever it is. Your ears are too big, or whatever it is, right? Boom. What difference does it make? None. Murder's murder. Rape is rape. Yeah. Violence and creating a victim out of someone who's innocent by itself, in my eyes, is a fucking hate. You didn't like this person for whatever reason. You didn't even have to know them. You did not care about them a victim of your own shit. It doesn't matter whether there's no hate crime enhancer to it. If you say, well, he was a Jew, what fucking difference does it make? I never understood this stuff. It makes no sense.
You did
something bad to somebody else.
Intention plays a role in conviction, but we've made intention an entirely new class of crime. And this is why you never see black on black crime in the news. It won't incite people. They're already committing the violence they want everybody else committing. Because when the world descends into chaos, they come in with their SWAT and riot gear and start tear gassing everybody. Before you know it, you're going to be getting welded into your own apartments.
No shit. Ask the Chinese.
Nah. Yep.
And that building went on fire and they couldn't even save them.
Yep.
Yep.
The fuck is in my ear?
Hey, Tony, I don't have anybody on my side who can't come on the show. I'm just saying, Black Sheepdog. He says,
Hey.
Yankee, I was like, oh, snap. Now I got to go to war with Strategic for my homie Yank. No. You got to come on the show.
Hey,
man. You got that.
Strategic's
Already
back.
got an up on you, brother.
Look at what
Hey.
Strategic said.
This is a good
Strategic,
conversation.
come
I'm gonna
back
try and
on,
jump
please.
back
You know,
in.
you were a tough act to follow. I'm just a guy who's lived a rough life. I'm not you're in the know with a lot of things and apparently successful. You got a new sub here. I subbed to your channel, so I'll definitely be sure to check you out.
There you go.
Can't wait to see what you're about. I love people who are centered. I've ruffled a few feathers here talking shit about Trump. That's the Yank threw that out before. Trump can't win. Yeah, he's gotta learn the lesson of just shutting the fuck up. He's just gotta shut the fuck up. That's it. I mean, policies will speak for themselves. Shut the fuck up. That whole
There you
thing, he gave fuel to the fire with. Do I think it was misinterpreted? Could be. Do I think he said some dumb shit? Shouldn't have worded it that way because he knows how the media plays. Trolling the
Fuck
media.
that. It wouldn't have mattered how he
Listen.
fucking worded that shit,
He's
Bobby.
losing normies, but
Bobby.
he's losing normies by giving
It
them
would
ammo.
not
with
have
Bobby.
mattered. It wouldn't
Stop.
have mattered how he fucking worded it. He could
shouldn't
have
have
worded
worded
that
anything.
fucker from an English
Should-
major, and
he
those
just had
dirty
to-
cocksuckers would have ripped him a new one.
He just had to stay quiet. While the left
Yes,
was
worked
burning,
for Biden.
he just had to stay quiet. It did work for Biden. Yeah, we know I'm on your side of freedom
but-
and liberty, but at the same time, I still have this dying question of why the fuck didn't he pardon Assange and Snowden? I have a very deep issue with that.
Yeah.
We're journalists to a
Why
point. We get
hasn't
on
he
here.
admitted that Warp Speed was a disaster? Why does he still call himself I'm the father of the vaccine? You know, it's the
Okay,
greatest
this is-
thing ever since sliced
I will
bread.
break it
Fuck
down
you,
very
buddy.
easy. He says things to try to win over normies, that loses his base, and then he says things to try to maintain his base, that loses the normies. The Constitution could be thrown out, meaning it was already thrown out. I mean, the Constitution has been shredded by the Democrat Party, and we know that. But Republicans have allowed this shit. So let's get that straight. I'm not dumb enough
Absolutely.
to vote Democrat, but I'm smart enough to say the Republican Party is shit. The new Republicans coming in are us, conservatives. You know, individual liberty, limited government. It's not.
Hopefully,
It's all
hopefully,
one party. It's the
absolutely.
government versus
I
us.
gotta point out though, Strategic is giving Gutter a big shout out there. He said first, yeah, love your co-host Fire. She's like me when I was pissed on the live. Yes, very much Strategic.
yeah.
She is somebody that will
She
jump your
is
ass
the sugar
big time.
and spice of this channel.
That's
Yep.
right, and that's why we love
Yank's,
her.
Yank's the protein, and she's the sugar and spice, and together these guys make quite a meal on a Tuesday night.
I have a tendency
thank you
to
very
just
much.
go ahead and beg for forgiveness. I don't worry about permission. Fuck that. That takes
That's
too
right.
much time.
That's right. Say hello to the bad guy. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. Right on. Strategic, you know you're welcome to come on if you want to and jump into this
Yeah,
conversation.
pop in.
That's fine.
Of course, anytime.
The only thing, when we get 4 people and we're having issues with the internet tonight.
Yeah,
and
I'll
we've
hop
been
on.
having them. I'm down here in Florida. I got whacked, just in case you don't know. I got whacked by that hurricane that Ian not too long ago. So all my cable and everything and Wi-Fi is all Mickey Mouse together. So I'm probably the one throwing out the bad signal. But if you come on, that's fine. we'll probably have to give Bobby the boot just so we can keep it to 3. And I don't really want to do that until Bobby's ready to go, and you're definitely going to come on. So it is what it is, brother. Then that's kind of where we're at here.
You guys are
He's
killing
doing
it tonight. At
paperwork.
least you're.
Oh, he's doing paperwork at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's
at the moment.
cool.
Yep.
They gonna kick me to the curb. You hear that? I'm expendable.
No, we ain't kicking you. We're Black Sheepdog, though. Your ass
you.
needs
You
to get
see
on
how
the show.
see what
You've
it-
been
see-
floating around in our comment sections for I don't know how goddamn long, and you ain't showing your face. I'm not even sure you're a real person. You're a bot, aren't you?
Who? Tony?
You're a bot. Yeah, Tony.
Who? Tony? So
Yes.
I think
Actually, I
think-
owe Tony a phone call. Tony's a real person.
I know he is. He
I-
texted me. Yeah.
Well, I think Fly Crew is like, I don't know, turned IG or whatever that is. What is it?
Incel?
what is
I don't know.
No. What is it? Say it, Bobby. Fuck me.
What's that?
Oh, don't laugh, Tony. Say it. Intelligent, computer generated. Yeah, that's what I mean. Fly Crew.
Oh,
we haven't heard in
CGI.
comments, and thank you. See, I knew there was GI in it. That's where Fly Crew's at. We haven't seen Fly Crew in forever.
That's true. He did say that he was going. Yeah, when I talked to him on the phone, he said he was going away for Thanksgiving, but he'd come back. I ain't heard from him. I ain't heard shit from him. So yeah, he probably is a fucking program.
I do want to express something because I see it now. Strategic said it's because like I'm from NY and stuff, and NY peeps are behind enemy lines. I will tell you this: most of NY is red, besides the city and a couple of counties upstate.
Portland.
Yeah,
we're not your typical Yankees. In fact, I'll have you know, I lived on Long Island. I got back to work by refusing. I refused the vaccine. Just stuck to my guns. Nope, not taking it. Fuck you. I'll find another company. I'm not going along with this bullshit. A lot of people on Long Island, we're surrounded by these crazies, and you got to learn how to navigate the middle. And that's why I'm so interested to watch Strategic's videos, because Yank says he's centrist. Now, we also got a firecracker. That's Miss Gotta Go. Our firecracker. She don't give 2 shits. And me and Yank tend to play devil's advocate. And it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But,
sure is.
I will be hopping off. I want to see more of Strategic here. I think you guys, congratulations, you guys got the followers. You're here every week. Good job.
Thanks,
you're
brother.
growing. You got people from other successful channels hopping on. My channel's been quiet. Work's been nuts. I'm sorry. And especially now we're getting to the end of the year. Everybody, all these companies for their fiscal policies need everything done before the end of the year. You know how that goes.
Yep.
So we've been going
Understandable.
crazy. My channel's been quiet. But I
want to give a shout out because you're one of our regulars, Bobby, and everybody here kind of knows you. But go to Facebook, Fact Check News, right, Bobby? Fact Check News, that's your thing.
At Fact Check News, yeah, they're pissed. I have that as a title because they got all the fact checking. But I got I got Fact Check News. Started it in 2017.
Very nice.
Big drops on there about the CDC knew about certain things with a certain jabbo, and just kind of hit it. The Twitter files that have been dropped. Holy sheep shit!
What do you think about that? Can you give us a rundown on what you feel is now? I'll give you my quick down and dirty on it. I was kind of like, we are,
I'll tell you what
That's
it exposed. Elon Musk bought a crime scene. He didn't buy a website. He bought a crime scene. Okay. What that showed was that the federal government, who had raided and wiretapped Giuliani, took all his shit, and Giuliani said, "Do you want this Hunter Biden hard drive?" They said no. So now they're monitoring him. They knew the story was coming out. They knew Giuliani had been talking to the New York Post and shit, and then went to the New York Post. They understood this was going on. They went to Twitter, Facebook, all of the platforms and said, we know that there's some bad information coming down the line. There's going to be a story dropped on this. Censor it. And then Twitter, with the tweets, they revealed it. They tried to put it under the hacked information clause. When they knew it was stolen. Now, remember, the FBI had this hard drive since 2019, and they knew it was real. Bobolinsky came out and verified. All you have to do to find out if these emails exist is talk to the people in the email chain, and when they tell you, yeah, no, this is legit, it's been verified. And they had it from 2019. That story didn't drop until 2020, in October 2020. And then people had the hard drive and were giving it out by January 2021. Giuliani offered it. Jack Posobiec was offering it. The FBI knew it was legit, and they had kept it quiet the whole time. They absolutely committed criminal acts. Freedom of speech was 100% censored. The freedom of the press. This is why I also believe Julian Assange and Edward Snowden should be free. The law states that if you're not complicit or taking part in, if you don't have a hand in hacking the information, then reporting
in the procurement of said,
yeah, if you can report on information that's been leaked.
I agree.
And they suppressed it. And they changed the election. It definitely determined the outcome of the election.
Strategic Eyes is asking, did you guys see what Hunter Biden did to Obama's daughter? Laughing my ass off. Something, I saw that there was a video, or I heard that there was a video where it does seem as though that was maybe Obama's daughter hanging out with him, but I haven't seen any verified proof that it definitely was her. I do know that he was doing some sleazy things with some girls, which, hey,
a lot of them. Child porn was on that computer.
Yeah, I don't want to. There's a lot of real sketchy crap.
I want to address No Show Tony. Tony No Shows.
Okay.
I'm the radical patriot of the show. No. I'm a patriot. I'm far from radical. If anyone's a bit radical, she's wearing hoop earrings, and if I was in the same room, I'd be trying to throw paper balls through them like I did back in high school.
Nice.
She loves the guy who shits in corners.
Nice. I would also like to point out one of the reasons that and I'm not trying to blow his horn too much here, man, but Strategic got my attention when he caught a whole bunch of flack in the last vote because he voted against party lines and against, I don't know. He voted against party lines and voted for Lee Zeldin in was it gubernatorial?
Yeah, he was running for governor.
Yes,
yep. I voted for Lee Zeldin. I got no bones.
And he made a nice video about it, stating why he did, and that people that are similar to him and his Democrat Party were kind of disowning him over it. And I thought, man, here's a guy who's willing to stand up, publicly make his case, and say why, and take the slings and arrows from people that are supposed to be allies and friends and understand him, but yet, don't do what we do and we don't like you. I think that is the biggest pile of horse shit that people can do to each other.
It's a hive mind. It's a tribe. It's an absolute tribe, and it's something.
And there is a tribe on the right. Don't get me wrong. There's a tribe on the right. Like if there's a lot of people. Not as
big.
I don't know, man. The Trump people can be pretty fucking crazy.
Let me ask you this. Let me just break this down for you. Have you ever seen Democrats go over to the Republican side against the Democratic bill?
Have I ever seen Democrats go against the Democrat side on a Democrat-sponsored bill?
No. Go over to the Republican side and vote against Democrat policy.
No. Hell no.
Didn't Dennis Kucinich?
There was maybe one or two.
Yeah, there isn't.
How many
there-
Republicans vote against Republican policy?
A lot. It happens a lot. Yes,
A
and that's
whole
why.
hell of a lot. We are not
Yeah,
unified.
I agree
at
that
all.
you know
And we all can't
Reagan
agree
had
on
said
shit.
Reagan had made the thing the 11th commandment that shall be no Republican should speak ill of the Republican, and it's like that has been totally lost, and Democrats picked that up and ran with it because they are pretty lockstep. No matter what, they support each other, and they say the things that need to be said to keep the cohesion in the party. Whereas the Republicans, I don't trust half of them. The only reason I call myself a Republican is because at the fundamental level, they at least give lip service and pay mental respect to the Constitution, limited government, that's and
Well, you're
free
conservative.
personal freedom kind of thing. Yeah,
You're a liberal conservative. People
Yeah.
could be people, and I
Yeah.
want government. I want to be able to do what I want to do, as long as I don't infringe on someone else's pursuit of happiness. You know
Yes.
what I mean? That's really
Hal
what it's about.
9000 said Manchin did it. Yes, he did. He did it for a while, but then he caved
Manchin,
on
there
the
he is, Joe Manchin.
yeah.
Joe Manchin.
But then he caved on the
got a
big
little-
spending bill, the green energy
Oh, he
thing,
will.
and
He will. He
Yeah,
makes
well, I mean,
everybody
you know.
relax. But
sure.
we got a lot of free thinkers on our side, and then the problem, the split between the Republican Party and its constituency is a lot of these career politicians are part of the machine, and a lot of us don't like the machine. So within the party, we're starting to bring in people that don't like the machine on the same side of people who are the machine. The Democrat
Hmm.
Party is total machine. It's a hive. And they know
Yeah.
if they go against
Yeah.
the hive, they'll be lambasted, blacklisted, unpersoned, deplatformed. So they don't have a choice. On our side, we have a choice, and we all think differently for ourselves. You know, so like I said, it's the conservatives won't unify like a beehive.
I know.
Hmm. Interesting.
A
All I
strategic.
can do is yes.
So
Go ahead, Gutter.
was he talking about Hunter Biden banging on the daughters, Obama's daughters?
I think that was that, and I think there was some drugs involved. But yeah, I think it was having maybe sex with one of Obama's daughters. I'm not sure if that's real or not. I don't know, and I don't want to put that out as misinformation. I don't know, but yes, I believe that's what he's talking about. There was some grumblings about that a while ago when the computer stuff first started coming out.
Oh, hang on.
To what? What am I
Well,
hanging on to?
these nuts. I put up at Fact Check News. Here's where I go ruffling feathers again. We gotta bring people back to thinking. Members of
Yes.
Congress that beat $SPY, basically politicians trading. Who profited the most? You know how we got mad at Nancy Pelosi with all her insider trading bullshit?
Mhm.
Well, the top 5 politicians in 2021 were all Republican. The highest profiting was Austin Scott. The second was Brian Mast. Then we have French Hill, John Curtis, and in 5th place on the highest profiting insider trading, politician trading, Den Crenshaw, who I've called a writer
can't
from day one.
That fucker.
Is not. Then
Yeah.
in numbers,
Red
the
flag law bastard.
in 6th place, Nancy Pelosi. So we all get mad at Nancy, but Republicans are making wait. And when I say Austin Scott looks like he made double what Nancy Pelosi did inside
That's
of
why
trading.
I said it's time. It's clean slate.
Yeah.
Wipe her clean.
Yeah. I mean, I'm I'm at the point now with like just being objective and looking at things. I am not going to say, oh, I'm not suggesting violence, because I know that violence is what gets things done. That's the way it's always been. I've never seen what do you call the peaceniks? What do you call those? Pacifist. I've never seen a pacifist and a person using war tactics. I've never seen the pacifist win. Maybe in things such as Gandhi and the long run or something like that, maybe to a point you can affect over time some change in the way people do it, but you're going to end up getting smashed in the meantime. I don't intend to be smashed into pavement.
No more time. We're done with time. We're done.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, China is coming. China's coming, and we need to smarten the fuck up.
China is done did spooched all over here. It's beyond. They done did came.
Yep. I agree. Does anybody realize how dangerous? How about this? Does anybody realize how dangerous Ukraine flying drones deep into Russia and hitting their airfields and planes that may or may not have had nuclear weapons on them is?
Oh, wow.
That big fucking deal, man. And I'm not saying because if they hit the nukes, they're going to go off.
Okay. I was going to ask
No.
that, yeah.
No. What I'm
talking about World War III shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I am worried about in the slightly longer term. I'm not worried about necessarily a mushroom cloud, but you can contaminate an entire area by blowing up a nuclear missile, even if it doesn't explode into a nuclear explosion. So you start doing stuff like that. And why is Ukraine attacking into Europe with drones that they got from the United States when, I'm sorry, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, this whole fucking thing in Ukraine is due because we got embedded with Ukraine, used it as a money laundering pit. Go to Hunter Biden. There you go. There's a perfect example. The no-show job. And we started sweet talking them into possibly coming into NATO. And we made a promise to Russia when they dissolved that we would not try to move NATO 1 inch closer to a Russian border. So when that shit started happening and Ukraine started talking about maybe coming into NATO, Russia has every right to attack because they said if we take Ukraine back into the arms of Russia, we close off the only place that's geographically accessible to having tanks and heavy artillery and troops come through because it's a plateau. On both sides of that, there are mountains. You can't get and invade Russia without Ukraine. So if Russia owns Ukraine, then it's like 300 at Thermopylae, and they can hold the gates. But if Ukraine joins NATO, now we just roll a whole bunch of reinforcement tanks in there. We fortify our entrance into Russia. That's why all this shit is going on, you know. So we're about this close to fucking nuclear war, and we're sending them $103 billion, which is larger than China's budget on their military.
We could stop world hunger with $44 billion.
Yeah,
according to the
but who
leftists.
wants to do that? Because stopping world hunger
stop
doesn't
world
make any
hunger
money.
Twice.
Yeah.
No, the whole thing's set up, and you got to remember, Putin, brutal dictator, cocksucker, treats people expendable.
I agree.
Shit. I'm not vouching for Putin, but he is one of the most liberal people who ever ran or will run Russia. And he won't bow to the globalists. This whole global world reset thing under Klaus Schwab and the WEF. And everywhere you see the left burning down churches, they forget Russia's a Christian country. And he's like, I'm not going to be controlled. I'll be the right hand of China instead of in its path, because Nixon told Russia to go fuck themselves when they wanted to team up with us, saying China's a real issue. Not China. That's China. China is the real issue. And then Nixon basically told them go fuck themselves. So they saw either China or the U.S. was going to take over the world. And this is what happens when the CCP harnesses power in the U.S.
I have a question, Bobby.
Yes.
Is Eli not in class? Is that why that shit is so loud?
He's sleeping and he's got a girl in his arms.
No, I think Bobby's on the road.
No, I'm not.
Oh. Strategic said that Ukraine is also filled with Nazis. We are literally supporting fascists. Yeah, to
This
the point.
is that's
if you
hold on.
Well, wait a
Go
minute.
ahead.
If you get into Azov Battalion,
Yes.
Azov Battalion is
100%.
mixed with the Odin ideology, which is based on Nazism was derived out of, especially the occultism part of it. I don't know how much are Nazis. I don't really know. I'm not speaking intelligently on that. So I'll let you take over from there. That was the extent of my knowledge as far as Nazism in Ukraine.
Oh, I was going to say they got plenty of pages, publications. It's well known. They're a far right wing, whatever that means nowadays. Right wing used to mean limited government.
Yeah.
Left wing was big government. Far left was communism. Far right was anarchy, which is not scary. This country was founded on anarchy, and the people ruled themselves. That was the great experiment. But
Right.
the Azov Battalion are well known being, white supremacists, 100%.
Okay.
And back in World War II, they delivered pockets of Nazis into all different countries, and they would form militias and turn people and stuff. I mean, and they got left behind after the war. I mean, if you want to talk about, all right, what was her name? Alyssa Milano. She said,
God, that
"I won't
dummy.
drive a car that's made by a Nazi," and she sold her Tesla and bought a fucking Volkswagen.
She might as well run around as Hugo Boss.
Hitler built that fucking company. And then people, I won't support SpaceX. I'll go to a place that doesn't hire Nazis. I'll support NASA. I'm like,
Operation
Von
Paperclip, stupid.
Ring a fucking bell? Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
These people are out of their minds. But that's because they live in the world of their truths, not the truth. And we live in a world where facts no longer matter. We could make fun of them and poke fun. Ain't going to turn any of them.
No.
You have to do, honestly, is just ask them questions until they run themselves into a circle where they can't answer their own philosophy.
Yes.
And they'll start to question their own shit. And eventually, that's when you plant the seed. And eventually, over time, people, you just got to think for yourself. And,
yep.
Keep
and that's what we try to do here at the pub, you know? Yep.
At the pub.
We
what
don't
do
try
we
to really stay. This is just a Yank-N-Gutter pub.
Y'all give any buybacks? Come on.
Buybacks? What do you mean?
Oh, God.
Is that a pub thing?
I thought it's a bar thing. You buy 3 beers, we give you a buyback. Yeah, it's a lost art.
Oh. Yeah. No, you bring in a girl with big tits, we'll give you half price off. How's that?
Oh, man. I know a few girls with tig old bitties.
Well, there you go. Tig old bitties.
She got tig old bitties. I know one. I even seen her naked. But
hey,
I love you guys. Thanks for having me on. You see me naked.
Right on, brother.
You're gonna be in trouble, Bobby.
I gotta go shower and get up.
Now you do, because you start talking about.
Where are you working, Bobby?
Take a cold shower.
Are you out of state again?
Every day I drive to Jersey. But when I go way upstate, Philly, Jersey, Virginia, then I get the hotel rooms. But I am moving back to Lindenhurst. But hopefully by the end of this week, I got the room all set up. So I'm making a whole part of it, a whole backdrop, and then I'll have plenty of time to come home and make some videos, get some content out there for you.
Nice.
But until then, I'll be watching you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for being here every Tuesday. I gotta run.
Everybody, make sure you go check out Bobby. Make sure you go check out at Fact Check News on Facebook.
Yes. Get your ass back on Facebook, will you?
I know. I'm done. I'm done Facebook.
Oh, man. Well, Julie comes in and has some fun.
There you go. There you go.
We got some wild ones coming tomorrow. Don't you worry, girl. I'll see
deal.
you later. Love you.
Thanks, brother.
Love you, Bobby.
Peace.
Good night.
Round. All right, Fly. It's Europe. Europe. Get in here. About you were sick.
Fly Europe.
I didn't feel good.
And we don't mean the country. Get your ass over here, or the continent. Get your ass over here.
That's right. Someone said Fly was a bot. I thoroughly disagree and say he's a bot fly.
Negative.
And for those of you that don't know what a bot fly is, go look it up. It's pretty gross.
Fly Crew thinks he's telling us no.
Really? I think we might have to time you out, sir. Your turn. You're shut off.
Careful, I think he might want that.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. What time is it? Oh shit, it's 10:23. We're done anyway.
Yeah, are you
Aren't
a
we?
bot fly? Yeah, we're about done. I would say.
Yeah, he's a bot fly.
You're clear, well, dude. Rick,
So-
why are you clear? We already went through
What's
all
that?
those. We already went through all those comments.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
What
I
do
said,
know,
Rick,
man? I'm just here.
I said, Rick, why are you
Oh.
up there?
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, where's Rick? What are you talking about? Cool, man.
You'll have to get Strategic Eyes to go check out Rick's channel.
Oh, he knows who Rick
Okay.
is. Matter of fact,
Oh.
this is how I got to know Strategic. I got to know Strategic because Black Sheepdog hit me up and he said, Hey man, you should go check out this guy Strategic. He mentioned Rick and Tatum. This was when Rick was trying to get Tatum on the show. And they discuss, I forget exactly what I think it was the Uvalde stuff. And so I went and I checked out the show, and Strategic had a pretty good premise that he wanted to figure out. Rick being former law enforcement and Strategic is current law enforcement and Tatum is past law enforcement. And how does one square the fact that you used to do this stuff that now you talk badly about and you draw a paycheck from, but yet it's so terrible? Do you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a really that's a legit question, right? It's like, it's easy to knock something when you get a paycheck to lose, but yet in the meantime, all that shit you were doing for 20 whatever fucking years could be a problem, right? It kind of brings into a little bit of a moral dilemma. And he wasn't going to attack or anything. He just wanted some clear understanding as to how someone works that out in their mind. So he, from a Black Sheepdog wanted me to, hey, could you maybe drop a line to Rick and maybe check this guy out and this and that? And I talked to Rick on the phone and I said, there's this guy. And I said, but I don't know enough about him yet, meaning Strategic. I have to check him out before I give you, maybe you want to go talk with him. I said, so I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm just letting you know that there's someone reached out to me to third party it, and I'm not going to do that. And Rick was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So that's how that happened. That's how I wound up following Strategic and listening to him and being pretty reasonable. I don't always agree with everything he says because we are politically on different sides of things. But in general, he's definitely a guy, as Rick would say, I want him on my side because I know if the shit hits the fan, I'm going to do the right thing. You know what I mean? So that's where that goes.
And I think it does all come down. For me, a lot of it is just common sense. And then the other thing is being truthful. So even if what you say I might disagree with, just fucking come out and tell me so. Don't beat around the bush and all that other bullshit, because then I sit and wonder if you really agreed. So if you just come out with it, it's much easier for me to go. I might even be pissed off at the moment, but I'll get over it. But at least I know where you stand then. And that's the kind of people I want to be around.
Absolutely.
And if and of course, common sense it's got to come into play. I'm sorry.
I agree 100%. Fly Crew says you got to watch out for Tony. You got to watch out when Tony hits you up. He may be looking for a little more than just simple connection.
There's no docking here, Tony. No docking here, Tony.
Yeah, This is a no docking zone. And we can thank for giving that description to us. And now we can never get that visual out of our heads ever again. And I'm thoroughly destroyed and mentally irregular from it.
You're also very welcome.
Fuck
but
you.
At least I also explained to you about soaking. So remember what soaking is?
Soaking? No.
Soaking.
Oh, yes. Soaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So see,
that I can live with.
There you go.
You balanced it. So
exactly.
that's cool. Right on.
Exactly.
You gave me plenty of and okay. Okay, good. Yeah. Right.
I'm surprised people haven't started dropping off.
Anything else? Do you have? What's that?
I said I'm surprised people haven't started dropping off.
No, they love us. Why would they?
Well, because we were talking about docking and soaking. Look at Fly Cruise.
Ugh. You gross fly. You're gross.
And Tracy said she likes honest people. Me too. And she also said she really enjoyed this live. It was a good live, I believe.
I think so too. I'd have to put that up with probably one of our top 5.
Oh, look, strategic eyes. Look what he said.
This channel has gotten liberal.
Officially gotten liberal with all the talking.
Nice. Yeah, probably. Dude, I had no idea what it was, and she told me, and I was completely grossed out. I almost threw up on camera. Gross.
My husband, you can't even, my husband won't even stay in the same room when I talk about it or say anything about it. He'll get up and leave. He's literally homophobic, can't deal with it at all. It's funny. Cracks me up.
I'm with Hal. We could always go back to talking about boobies.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
I told
no
you
turkey neck beans.
Yeah, no turkey neck beans. And boobies make everybody smile. I really don't care who it is. People see boobies and they go, "Oh, look, boobies." Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They're like
boobies are magic. They really are. Yep.
Oh, strategic guy says Harlem docking translates to doo-doo chasing.
Ooh.
She wasn't ready.
That's always a bummer.
I remember hearing a couple of friends of mine, and he said, yeah, he goes, I won't say her name. We were really drunk last night. And he said, all I remember hearing was her saying, "That's not it."
You know you're in for a good night when the girl you're about to have sleep with says, "Can we put down a towel first?" Like, what? Okay, I guess. Uh-oh. This is gonna get wild. All right, enough with this. We're getting on.
Now Yank's gotta go.
I want to say thank you to everybody for coming by. I'm not going to bother going through everybody's names. Well, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been a long day, and I've had a lot of fun and laughing and a few drinks. So, I'm worn. I'm pretty thin. I'm not going to go through everybody's names. I would like to thank everybody that did show up tonight, because you guys make it cool, man. Without you guys, this show is, again, we've said this since day one, and Gutter agrees completely. Without you guys, this is just two people talking, and we don't even know what the hell we're talking about. You guys bring so much entertainment, topics, personalities, and people that we just adore. So we love having everybody come in and do their thing. We want to have more interactions with you. It's hard in the comments, especially. It would be easier if this was a one person stream where he could just, or she could just read the comments and deal with them all like that. But whether this is her and I, we kind of have to talk to each other so comments go by. And if we miss some stuff, we apologize, but we always try to catch the good stuff. And that's why we ask that you come on the show. Don't be afraid. Hit the link. If you don't want to show your face, you don't have to, but at least get your voice on here and we get to know you. And like I said, when I was talking about strategic, you lose something in the translation from text. It's not the same. So if you have a funny personality, please bring it and show it. If you're serious and you know what you're talking about, then please bring it and show it. We don't harbor ill will against anybody, except that one guy who tried to keep loading porn on here for some reason. So he had to go.
Should have sent that to the private chat. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, there you go. But you know, we love having you guys, and we're so grateful that you come every Tuesday. So I guess that's about all I have. Oh, she's giggling. She's giggling, folks. What's funny, Gutter?
Hi, Cruz said, yeah, mansplain it for Gigi, Yank. Speak her mind.
Oh, that's right. What you can't see is I'm sitting really wide-legged here and letting the breeze blow through because the junk needs air. So, yeah.
Me too. But
so
not
you guys are a riot. We love you guys. We love you guys. Okay, every single one of you.
Bobby said it's a virtual hangout with people from everywhere. It's the YNG pub. That it might be a good way to put it too, is shorten it to YNG.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shit, we got people from Canada, we got Europe, we got New Zealand, we got Australia, we got different parts of the country, obviously. So we get a pretty diverse group of people, and we don't always talk U.S. politics and shit. So it's whatever you guys bring. You know, we come with a little bit of stuff to kick it off, and you guys send it. You know, love having you.
Fly crew.
Tony, you got to get on the show, brother. You got to get on the show.
You're still not coming on. Why? What's your problem, boy? Are you even a dude?
Is he disfigured? I know. If you, that's fine. I don't care.
Are you a girl?
Wouldn't that be Tony? Not Tony?
Oh, come on.
Could be.
Remember what I said about everything that's wrong is right, and everything that is right is wrong. So
that's true. That's true.
Good night, Sugar Britches. Anyways.
Sweet dreams, Sugar Britches.
You said, oh, what?
Huh?
You said, oh,
no, because we got another week anyway, before maybe another 2 before Christmas, so I don't even have to bring that stuff up. But it is the holiday season, right? So
what is it?
I don't make a big deal in my house about Christmas. Like I don't put up a tree and stuff. But when I go out in public, I love to make other people smile, man. And I do say Merry Christmas, and I do tip if I get a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and the lady at the window, I give them a tip. I try to make it special for everybody. And I always, if I'm around kids, try to play into the idea of what the holidays are all about. So, let's, from now till then, let's at least all try and have some fun and smile a little bit. Remember, things don't always have to be so fucking serious. We can just have some fun around here, and we can enjoy the holidays with family and stuff. I had a great Thanksgiving doing that, and I think Christmas will be just as good. That's all I got to say about that.
I think so. I'm sure. I'm already done with my Christmas shopping.
Nice.
And
Lucky
trust
you.
me, it was a nightmare. But I did it all online except for 2 items.
Now, did everything come in the mail?
Yeah.
Like you got it all already?
Not yet. It's all. Oh. It's on. It's all. Everything I should get except for one little outfit for my grandson that he don't give 2 shits. Which I might add, he is growing like nobody's business. I can't even tell you. Holy cow, that kid is getting huge.
Cool.
Man.
How old is he now?
He's 4 months.
4 months.
Yep.
Damn, it seems like just yesterday he just came out.
Oh, and
4
he's
months.
so cute. He's so cute. You know what? Before I go, y'all want to see a picture of him because he's so cute. Trust
No,
me, you could never
no,
steal him.
no.
Somebody
No,
would
screw the grandkid.
you don't want to see
No,
the
I don't
kid?
want to see it. No, go ahead.
Cute.
I'm just being a jerk.
Quit being a dickhead. Okay, I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute.
I'll do my best.
2 seconds. Shit, where did
1,
that
2.
come from? Okay,
Go ahead.
come on.
Don't call me a goat head.
I'm 2 seconds. Not a man. Not a man's 2 seconds. Are you still there?
So does that mean 2 hours? Because that's what a woman's 2 seconds is.
Well, maybe if you'd hit the right fucking spot, it could be 2 minutes. Just saying.
I hit the right spot all the time. They just want me to keep doing it. And I'm done after a few.
Give me 2 seconds. I said again. Oh my God, he's so fucking cute.
Is he though?
Let me present. Really? I said present.
Arms.
Yes, he's so cute. Arms. Okay. Here we go. I know. Jesus, you're slow.
Slow as hell.
Did
He's
my
slow.
daughter-in-law's. He is really slow. Okay, hold tight, Megan. That's not him.
Pee.
Oh my God. Look at him.
He's cute. Cute kid.
Is he
All right.
not? Just
He doesn't
the
look like a
cutest?
little lizard.
Oh, he's so cute. I'm
Yep.
so in love. I'm seriously in love. And he's so much fun.
Kid thinks
He
he
makes
is.
so my gosh. Telling you what. He's so much fun. Anyways. Elf on a shelf. He kind of is an elf on a shelf. He's so cute.
Nice.
Super smart kid. Already 4 months, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Rolling over like nobody's business. Cutting. Well, he's teething. He hasn't cut any teeth yet, but. So anyways, there's us. Well, we went and got a Christmas tree. That's his mommy.
She's cute.
That's
Lee
Megan.
said cute.
That's my
Kia said cute. Kaylin said cute. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we're not going through family album night.
Okay, we're done.
Get your damn family off the screen.
Got it.
They're not paying any money for this shit.
Babies. He is a cutie. He's so cute. Yeah, there was an elf on a shelf. I don't know what the hell that was. But you know what? My grandson might make a really cute elf on a shelf. Oh, that's a great photo op. That's a good idea. I think I'm going to do that.
See? You guys are good for something. See?
Good
idea. You give us ideas.
You
All
guys
right.
do. See?
I'm calling it.
Call it. Do
What?
it, Yank.
Call it? All right.
Your finger.
We're out of here.
Night,
Have
y'all.
a good night, guys. Thank you for coming. We're out of here in
you.
5,
We love y'all.
4, 3, 2, 1. Adios, amigos.